see your talents have gone beyond the mere physical level. Your skills are now at the point of spiritual.
Samuel Punt Training Podcast. Are you ready?
Hi guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Samuel Punt Training Podcast. If you like what you hear today, if you go over and click subscribe on the iTunes page, that would be awesome, guys. So without further ado, I interviewed the most awesome, tremendous Bas Rutten, legendary figure in MMA, funny guy, and he's kind of like a childhood hero to me, or a teenage hero anyway. So without further ado, here's the interview I did with him today on conditioning. Give it a listen. Relating to fighter conditioning, if that's okay. I remember you in kind of Pancrase in the UFC era, you had some like insane levels of conditioning going on. And I just wondered, like, what was your kind of conditioning ethos and routines around those kind of days?
Everything that I did, like power training wise, it was pretty much for something in fighting. Like dips was to push head down, and then pull to the front on the chest was for rear naked chokes. I tried to get exercises that were very close to fighting.
Yeah,
and the
for
trick
sure.
what I did is I did every 50 seconds, 50 seconds, 10
Nice.
seconds rest to go to the next exercise. I did a pulling, a pushing, and a conditioning exercise. I realized if you do that, you can keep on going. And then if you take 12 exercises and you do that about 3 times, that's a 36-minute workout with a minute and a half break in between. So it's like a 39-minute workout. That was what we used to do only 3 times a week. But then I had different things. I had running on the treadmill, I ran for like 11 miles an hour for about 10 minutes. And then I started stretching. And then I put the incline all the way up. Went to 9 miles an hour, 45 seconds on, 30 seconds off. I did 10 miles of those.
Yeah,
and we do that after power training.
Man, yeah.
No, I would do that before power training,
Right before the power training. Oh man, okay, cool. Did that not detract from your power? Or did you find it kind of it was okay?
With what? I'm sorry?
Did you used to do that before the power training? Yeah.
Yeah, because if you do after power training, once you blow all your muscles up and your chest muscles, everything is tight, it's much harder to run. And I although I would do that on purpose, to mimic a fight, the exercise I just said, the treadmill exercise, is just way too hard. It's a very hard exercise. It's very hard to do 10 rounds. You need to be in really good shape for that. I'm
going to give that a go, definitely. If you've got a good gas tank, right, you can kind of dominate a lot more. It's kind of I think it was your fight with Funaki. I think it was kind of you drew him into those later stages of the fight, wasn't it? I think. It was kind of if you can get that gas tank going, man. I think that's something I've suffered with in the past, slowing out too early for sure. Man. You're also known for like your kind of great flexibility. Have you got any like tips on developing this? Because there's a lot of people who struggle with this.
No, you just stretch. I just did 25 minutes stretching, like literally I counted it out 2 minutes before this phone call. So I wake up in the morning, have this routine, and I started stretching again, and the trick is what you have to do is like hold your stretch for 2 minutes.
Really?
Your soft tissue, like your muscles, they go fast, but your soft tissue doesn't stretch fast. You need a long stretch, like 1.5, 2 minutes. I used to do 3 minutes even, it would drive me nuts because you're just sitting there. And it was penalty, and I just stretched my legs. I had 4 exercises. There's 2 minutes each. It's 24 minutes.
Man, yeah, cool, awesome. I'll get that. Do you do like the box splits and like butterfly? Is that the ones you would do?
The ones I do I'm sitting down and I do the splits and I lean forward. I do that one. Then I stand up. I put something like I put about, let's say, 2 inches underneath the balls of my feet, so the foot go up, and I'm standing position and lean forward. Mm-hmm. So then you get a double stretch because you're putting your toes up. Yeah, then I do a stretch. I'm standing in front of a chair, and then I stretch all the way, like Jean-Claude Van Damme would do. That kind of twist, but then stand up with your body straight, because it's important for kicking. If you lean over, you don't kick like that. So you need to be upper body straight and just then split out. And then do another one. How do I explain this? I put my feet together and I push him away from me, so my legs are about for 75% stretched, and then I move forward. And you take the outside of your legs also.
Man, yeah, that sounds pretty intense. I used to have some like those leg stretcher devices where you like pull a bar towards you and it opens your legs out. Have you ever used one of those?
I used to use it all the way back because I could, you could little click and I could do it in front of the TV.
Yeah,
because I would just watch TV and then after workout I would stretch. But for a nice high kick, you should make sure that your upper body stays straight up. If you lean forward, that doesn't really work. But I liked it anyway. It would relax my lower back. Yeah.
I found like I could sit there for quite a while, man. It kind of like you could zone out almost overstretch the knees though sometimes, if that makes sense. Kind of pushed on the ankles a little bit too much. But yeah, I need to start working on that again. I was going to ask as well, what do you think like the number one mistake is that fighters make when it comes to conditioning themselves? What would you say?
I think they what I early on realized was that when you, for instance, if you push out like 100 sit-ups and then you go on a treadmill or then you hit it back, it's really hard to do. And when you bench press a lot and use your chest muscle and then you want to run again or something, it's very hard to do. And I go like, why am I getting tired? Not on a bag, but once we including the grappling, I get getting tired. And I realized that this is a very simple thing. And it's just like that acid in your whole body. Like when you train your arms, you pump up your biceps. Well, if you train your chest and you train your core, you pump up the muscles between your ribs and your core. Now behind those muscles are your lungs. So as soon as they get all tight, you cannot exhale anymore, because exhaling your lungs don't do that. That's your chest is doing it. It's expanding, and if you cannot expand that fully anymore, well, you just cut 20% of your lung power up. Now, it was driving me nuts. I had guys who would bench press the day before the fight. I go, what are you doing, man? It's the dumbest thing to do. You should, like, at least 10 days before the fight, I wouldn't do any weights anymore. I would just constantly relax. All the fighters would look at me because I was always doing abs in the dressing room and stretching, hook my hands in with somebody else, with a friend, and stretching them out, stretching your core out.
Oh man, yeah, that does help actually. I run a strength session for the jiu-jitsu guys here in Brighton, and like a lot of them insist that they keep wanting to lift right up into the last week, and I'm just like, I refuse to let that happen really. But yeah, I think they can't switch off, right? They feel like they've got to keep that thing going, but it's more of a detriment for sure. I understand like you've got your own O2 trainer device, like an oxygen type restriction device that you sell. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, it's a thing I came up with when I was 14 or 13 years old. I had severe asthma attacks. But after every asthma attack for a week in bed or 8 days in bed, and when I would resume my track and field, I would break my running times. And it just always intrigued me until I realized at the doctor's office when I saw a picture of a pair of lungs of a drawing that the lungs are not affected, it's the lung pipes that are affected. So what happened was in my mind, I go like, oh, wait a minute, my lungs have been working really hard to pull air into an infected area. So then when the infected area is gone, then it's much easier for them to breathe.
For sure.
So, why don't I come up with something that controls the air intake? And that's pretty much how the idea was born.
Amazing. I used to have like one, I think it was by Sean Shirk. It was like a whole kind of gas masky type thing, but it was far too kind of restrictive over the eyes. I don't know. It made me very, very claustrophobic. You didn't want to kind of wear it in the gym because you're wearing this whole kind of gas mask type get up. I believe your one's just kind of around the mouth, isn't it?
Mine is just in the mouth. It's kind of a mouthpiece. Mine controls only the air in, not the air out. The gas mask in the beginning and the training mask did both ways. And they said that my way was wrong, but now suddenly they have also, because they realized they were wrong, And
for sure.
They're going to have a problem with that, though, because I have a patent. And they were laughing at me in the beginning that I did it wrong, but now suddenly they have it as well. So, I had a patent before they had. So it's probably they're gonna hear something about it.
Yeah, you don't want to be pissing off the bass anyway.
No, it's just not that. Don't say that I'm wrong, and then suddenly you change your whole product because you realize you were wrong.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was going on, man. All right, that is interesting for sure. Whereabouts can people pick up your O2 device if they want to have a look and get it?
That's o2trainer.com, or otherwise just Google it. It's on Amazon. Brilliant. It's on the website. It's cool if you go to the website, a video will pop up and explains to you how it works. It's a very simple device, works very simple, but it's very powerful.
Nice one. I'll be definitely picking up one of those. Can you wear it while you're doing like light sparring? Is that advisable at all? Like grappling sparring?
No, I wouldn't do that.
No.
You don't need it for that. What you need it for is like for your bag work, for your focusness, for your tight work, for your sprint, for your running. You can do it with anything. You can do it when you walk. You can do it when you do power training. You can use it pretty much anywhere. For those people who say, "Oh, you unlearn how to breathe because I breathe in through my nose." Yeah, everybody does that for the first 2 minutes. Once you get tired, you're going to open your mouth first of all. So don't worry about that.
I used to have like your MP3. Do you still sell that? It was like you calling out different rounds and like one and then sprawl, and it'd be like a left knee or a right elbow and that kind of thing. Is that still available at all?
Yeah, they're still available on my website, bosswisdom.com. I actually already recorded 10 different workouts, and there's 8 more coming. So there's going to come 18 new ones are going to come.
Brilliant, man. If it's possible, can we just finish with, this is kind of like a quick fire Q&A, if that's cool, and just kind of like, really short answers, and just kind of, we're going to hit you up with some. Okay, it's just, favorite submission?
It's so hard. Whatever he gives me.
Yeah. Favorite fighter?
That's a split up right now. It will be a Jersey Aldo and McGregor. I like those two dudes, yes.
Oh, nice. That was my next one, McGregor or Mendez.
You know what? It's going to be a hard fight for McGregor. He's suddenly had to totally switch his game plan, which is now he's fighting a guy who's also a really good wrestler.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one. I don't want to answer that.
Don't want to go for that one, though. Liver kick or leg kick? That's the last one.
Yeah, liver kick, right?
Always with the liver, yeah. Nice one, Bass. Thank you very much for that, man. I do appreciate it. If you're ever in the UK, man, it'd be great if you're here for a seminar, man. I'd love to, come to any seminars you've got going on. And it's been an honour speaking to you, man. Thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome. You have a great day. Well, the end of the day. All right.
Get started here. Yeah, I'm just doing some client stuff. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Take care.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.